Hello, everybody. This is Michael Leonetti Variety Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a show we got today. You better sit down for this one because I got a nice surprise for you. So before I go start, let me tell you about my sponsors. I want to thank Mr. Bob Kellogg, who I spoke to this morning to see how he's feeling. Bob, I love you, pal. You know you're like my brother, and I want you to have a great holiday. And thank you for that wonderful fruit basket that you sent me, because I lost some weight. So you were sending me all that cheese and salami. I can't eat that stuff, but I like the fruit. I'd like to thank WeLink. My brother's the CEO of WeLink Corporation. Unbelievable when it comes to fiber optics. So if you need anything to have your television to move more faster, he's the guy to call to see, and you'll see a commercial in midstream. Roy McCann, my buddy Roy McCann, the real estate man. If you need a house, make sure you go see Mr. McCann, because this guy could really help you. I bought many houses from this fella, and he's the most honest gentleman I met in a very, very long time. He's really a great guy, so give him a call. Also, Miss Susie Trumps. Susie Trumps' ministry, which she's going to be on the second half of the show. And she's got something that she would like to share with all my viewers. And also, naturally, Mr. George Harris with Alien Tequila. He's the CEO of Alien Tequila. He will be here next week to talk about his booze. Now, I don't drink, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to tell you, if you are a tequila drinker, I got to tell you something. It's the best on the market. So now I'm going to open up with my monologue, but before I do, I don't want to forget my book. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, my book. It's called Deceit, Corruption, and Cover-Up. It's the story of my life, because I blew the whistle on a lot of the corrupt politicians in Las Vegas, Nevada, that sent me up the river for 20 years. So all the money, the book is $24.95, but all the money that I get from that book goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And we appreciate it. So if you want to know who I am and my background, pick up that book and take a look at it. So don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, because here's the bottom line. This goes out to 20,000 people, which I'm going to explain. These were my customers. So people say, I got the show, what do I need to subscribe for? It's to build the channel. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and it helps me build this channel. And starting January, I bought another 20,000 of my customers to go out. So that'd be 40,000 people that this show will go to. These are people that came to my restaurant, that I have their personal phone numbers, that goes out. Not only Las Vegas, but I have people from all over the country that came to my restaurant. So don't forget. So now, let me do my monologue. I want to thank all the people that bought the show tickets for the concert. Now, you know, folks, I'm a straight shooter, and I canceled that concert due to the problems of the venue that I had. People ask me, well, Mike, let me ask you a question. 20,000 people, who are these people? Well, in 2021, as you can see here, here's the book with all the phone numbers and names. Rick, would you give me a quick shot of that just to show the people? As you can see in there, that's everybody's name and phone number that we would call. Now, throughout these 7 years that I was in business at my mother's house Italian restaurant, I accumulated over 100,000 phone numbers. These are my customers. These are people that I sang for, I cooked for, I hugged and kissed and gave lollipops to the kids, and it was just an unbelievable thing. So it's, emails everybody gets. But you just cannot send this show, open up a phone book and say, well, let's get these phone numbers, send my show to these people. It's against the law. You can't do it. It's against the law. It's like the time-sharing people. You cannot do anything in that realm. So this is why I wanted to show you what I have. And the reason why I canceled the show, ladies and gentlemen, is because if it's not done right, if I'm going to get resistance from the people that I'm dealing with in the home that we were going to do it in, I stop, I say, time out, I'm out. And I made sure that everybody got their money back. Because, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. You are important to me. My restaurant's gone, but I'm doing other things, playing other venues. And if I asked you to come to see me, I got to make sure that the restaurant's right, the food is right, the service is right, because people are expecting my restaurant. There'll never be another My Mother's House. That was one in a lifetime. But there's a lot of good people out there, and I'm going to do this show again. and another venue. So, Rick, do me a favor. Show them where the kids are going to be. The opera singers are doing a show. I believe it's in January. And make sure that you go see them. Naturally, it's not in a venue. It's in a showroom. I think the tickets are $20 a piece. So for those people that bought tickets for us, please make sure you go see these guys. They're absolutely marvelous. Just a great show. And I want to thank Mariano Gonzalez, the harp player, because he plays all around town. They were with Andre Brucelli. And I just wanted everybody to know my situation and the reason why that I left. I wish those people luck, but in the future, I want to make sure I do an agreement. I want to dot the I's and cross the T's to make sure there's no discrepancies. Because when I do something, and I say very seriously, if you go to a barber, do you tell them how to cut your hair? If you go to a doctor, do you tell them this is what I need you to do? Do you go to the mechanic and tell the mechanic how to fix your car? Don't tell the director how to direct. You know what I mean? Let him do what he does best. Because when I have that problem, that's why I say adios. So thank you, everybody, for buying them tickets. I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. Now let me get to my guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I voted for this girl. And in my heart, I feel as though she would have been fantastic. The fight is not over. You know, it's just an inning. We're only down to the first inning. And I think, because my wife and I voted for her, and I like her because she's a straight person. She's another person like me that calls the shots. And that's Miss Victoria Seaman. Victoria, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
You sure?
Yes. I love being here. I love your company.
Thank you.
And your restaurant was the most amazing restaurant ever.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, it was very disappointing that you lost, you know, for me. But it's okay. Because people like you and I, you know, we don't sit down for nonsense. No. You know, now if you want to play the game, but guess what? Things are going to change because I want to tell you something because you're a spiritual woman. If you got God in your heart, he opens the door for you.
That's right.
He opens the door and he gives you back what the locusts have taken, he will receive.
That's right.
And I truly believe there will be a day, somewhere, sometime, you will get to position. You know, like you have, like Donald Trump, when he got in, when he first started, everybody bust his cojones. Yep. Where today, he won a landslide.
A landslide.
And watch what this guy does.
Oh,
so, you know,
I'm so happy about that.
Well, of course.
So although it was a little disappointing, it was an uphill battle because of the numbers, but we did fairly well. And it was a great campaign. And I was excited. It was a very close race. And, you know, I was really excited about Donald Trump's win because he's going to do amazing things for our country. And as you said, when one door closes, another opens. And, you know, I will be back here in a couple months to announce new things.
Great. That's terrific. Could you give a secret or no? It's got to be, or it's under wraps.
You know, we're still exploring, but you know, doors are already opening, and so I'm pretty excited about what the future holds. And so we'll wait until after the new year, and we'll come back on, and we'll let your guests know what the future plans are.
Is it in the field? I feel like I'm in a Jeopardy here. It's still in the field of politics or something?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I don't want somebody thinking you're going to open up a restaurant.
No, I'm not going to open a restaurant. I'm not going to do an opera show. But yeah, it is in politics. And, you know, people don't want me to go. First of all, I'm on the council for another 2 years. And so we're doing exciting things. But people appreciate the work that I've done for the community, and they don't want me to stop doing what I'm doing. So other doors are opening.
I think that's marvelous. You know, it's a funny thing, you know, because I looked at your faces. I was telling my story of what happened. Because people say, what happened? People ask, what happened? Why'd you cancel the show? You know, and when you're straight out, you know, I don't want to say anything bad. Just like when I worked up on the Strip, you know, they didn't do the right thing at that hotel. I took a tremendous loss. I said goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's a time I got to stop and say, listen, if you ain't going to do the right thing, because people came when I was up there and said, Mike, we love you, but we ain't coming to see you no more. You know, because it's service. It's, you know, it's so much. And when you run a restaurant like I did, I know that business. From the stage, I look at the timing of when people come in. We have people that came up there. They spent 2.5 hours to get their meal.
I know.
You can't do that, you know. So when you have a place, it ain't just the food. It's how you make you feel. Like my grandmother, God rest my grandmother's soul, when you walked into her house, she loved you. You didn't want to leave. Every Sunday, I have dinner in my house. In fact, Miss Seaman is going to come next week.
That's right. I'm very excited about it. You invited me for this one. I invited myself for the following.
No, that's great. You know what I mean? It's your time. What happens is, you know, my place is my home is the last, and it gives me a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to invite people, you know, to my home. People say, how the hell did you get Kellogg's? He was my customer. He flew in twice a year just to come and hear me sing, and we became friends. That's how Bob Kellogg sponsored this show. Because let me tell you, he don't need me to sell cornflakes. That's a multi-billion-dollar company. He believed in me. He bought more books from me. And let me tell you something. If you're a shady character, Kellogg's ain't sponsoring you.
That's correct.
You understand? Especially the people that I have with me. So, like I said, when you're straightforward and you're above, you know, the guilty hide behind a rock. They don't want to talk about it. The innocent, they'll put the light on you, because when you didn't do nothing wrong, then you have no reason for you not to go in front of a camera, and you can ask me whatever that you want to ask me. And that's very important. That's very, very important, because there's three things a person must have that I believe that this woman has: the content of a person's character, the integrity you hold as an individual, and the compassion you feel towards another human being. How many people do you know that have those qualities? They might have one, maybe two. How about all three? And I believe in my heart that this young lady has all three of those qualities. And sooner or later, whatever position that she chooses to do, I believe that she'll win.
Thank you.
No, it's the least I can do. I'm looking at your bodyguard. She walked in with this guy. He's about 7 foot. Like
yes, very
hello,
close
Mr.
to 7
Leonetti. He went, no, I'm only teasing you.
He's amazing, not just a bodyguard. He's
so what's for Christmas? What are you going to do for Christmas? Have you got any plans, or what's happening?
Well, I had some big plans. I was going to see my daughter in Paris because she came for the campaign.
Right.
And she helped us in the last part of the campaign, then went to LA to be with the rest of our family. And she's never left. So there's no point for me to go
she's
she's
living
still
here
in
now?
No, she's still in Los Angeles right now.
Okay.
Visiting family. So I'll go there next week, and then she'll go to Paris. But I've decided to stay in Las Vegas for Christmas and just be with my husband and my 5 dogs.
You got 5 dogs? What kind of dogs are they? We got dog lovers out there.
Oh, I have 2 Frenchies, a father and a son.
Yeah.
I adopted a beautiful little, I don't know what he is. He's Jack Russell Chihuahua. He's my favorite dog, the one we adopted. And then we have 2 French Brittany Spaniels.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's a lot of work. It's more work than kids.
Let me ask you a question. If you had 1 hour to spend with someone, living or dead, any century, doesn't make a difference. Could be biblical, family. You had 1 hour to spend with someone, living or dead. Who would it be?
Jesus.
And that's okay. And why? And why?
Because he's God. There's so many questions about so many things. I know that one day, I will be with the Lord, but it would be nice to spend an hour with him before while I'm still here, get some advice.
Well, the reason why I'm asking, someone said to me, Mike, if Jesus came to your house, what would you cook him? What would you make for Jesus? Well, I had a dish called frutti di mare in my restaurant. It's a seafood dish that was magnificent. Crab and mussels. I would cook him the frutti di mare, Napolitan style with the oil and garlic. I think he would like, my personal opinion, you say, yo, Mike, forget about it. How'd you make this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. I'm going to come back with another segment. I want to thank the wonderful, magnificent Victoria Seaman. I want to say her name again, Victoria Seaman. She's wonderful. You can look her up. She has a website, right? What's your website?
VictoriaSeaman.com.
VictoriaSeaman.com. And I will see you next Sunday at the house. Take an appetite.
The 15th.
The 15th. Thank you very much. And we're going to come back. Lady, sit down. We're not done yet. There's a woman in the camera. I can see her through the camera. We'll be right back. Watch out for the commercials.
Hello, my name is Anthony. We Link Internet, home of the fiber optic speeds. Is your internet slow? Is your bills outrageous? Well, look no further. We Link Internet Internet has everything you need. The fastest speeds, the best customer service, and top-notch internet speeds. Give us a call now. We can get you 30 days absolutely free. We'll get you installed for free. And we'll also give you all the equipment to make your system run smooth and fast. Give us a call today, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Hi, this is Susie Trumps, and I am a Christian trumpet player for years. I play for women's retreats. I've also played for funerals. I do not charge. I am here to glorify God with the sound of the trumpet. I play on a few other instruments that I would play. Again, there's no charge. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and God bless you, and make it a great day.
Selling and buying a home is a huge step in everybody's life. Clients want three things from their realtor: trust and integrity, the ability for that realtor to find them the right home, and negotiation skills to get them the right price and the right terms. You hire a full-time professional that knows the local market, understands contracts and addenda, can explain your contractual deadlines, and someone that will always answer the phone or your text. I'm Roy McCann, your real estate man.
Hi, everybody. We're back with two fantastic guests. Well, the person on the left of me is Miss Susie Trumps. All right? Her ministry. And I brought her back. She's doing it one more time, another month with us, because she said, Mike, you know, I know that I have so many things, but I'm really passionate what I do in my ministry. And I said, well, Susie, come on back. And so you can tell our guest, you know, what you want them to do. And the lady next to me, I know for a very, very long time, Believe it or not, she was married to my father. This is Anthony's mother, Roe Biondo. Thank you, Roe, for coming. How do you feel?
It's a blessing to be here, Michael.
Are you sure?
Yes,
So did you
absolutely.
want to sing? You told me you wanted to sing a song or something? No, that wasn't you.
No, that wasn't
You sure?
me.
Don't get nervous. Why are you so
Absolutely.
nervous? I know what you get nervous. Well, I want you to hold on, because in this segment, I want to talk to Susie Trumps, and then we're going to go back to you. All right? Susie,
And
first,
I love Ro. I just
You-
love her.
you
I
love Ro?
her. I love her.
she's the best.
She's moving to Vegas. Great.
Good. We
She's my
love her.
friend.
I love her
She's
too.
my buddy.
Good. Maybe she'll teach you how to cook. All right, listen.
I don't know how to cook. That's a good
Okay,
thing.
well, then you better take some
I'll
lessons.
teach you how to tap dance.
Well, there's a possibility. Tell everybody in TV land your ministry, how compassionate you are, what you're doing, and you're advertising with me, and what you want the customer that's looking at the show to do with you. Tell them. It's all yours.
Okay, my name is Susie Trumps, and June 28th of 2002, I was sitting there reading the Bible, and I'm a Christian, also a chaplain, and I was reading the Bible, and I got to Psalms 150, verse 3, and that night, I believe God spoke to me and said, I want you to play trumpet, and I said, I don't know how to play trumpet. He says, yes, you do. I said, no, I don't, and I actually put the Bible down and began to have a conversation, like basically with the ceiling, like, what do you want me to do with it? He says, well, you know how to play Amazing Grace. I'm like, play Amazing Grace and do what? He goes, teach my people about my grace. He goes, "You're not a player. You laid up my life, teaching my people about being the light of the world." And I'm like, and then it was gone. Whatever happened was gone. I had an old trumpet that I tried to play, but I couldn't. So I went in my bedroom and got the trumpet and just started pacing back and forth, like, what just happened? And I began to practice and practice and practice. And it took probably took over a year before I could put a CD, back then, 20 years ago, CD to play to music. And what God has put together in through me, because I love the Bible and I love to preach. And I love teaching about God, and I love to teach about His grace. And, He's a good daddy, and He's fun, loving. He's not, yes, He's full of judgment, but He's full of love. So He's given me this incredible gift to play trumpet. I play guitar. I can tap dance. I'm pretty funny. I'm crazy in a good way, in a good godly way. I played for churches. I played for retreats. I'm really good at, I like retreats. I play for funerals. When somebody calls me and says, "Hey, my mom just passed," or matter of fact, a couple of months ago, I played for a 2-week-old that passed away. And I played a couple of beautiful songs, and it was
Now, is there a charge for this service?
No, I don't charge. No.
So, because your number's going to come up, so people could call you and say, "Susie, what I need from you,
Correct.
I would like for you to come to my home or this service, and if you could do something, I would appreciate it." Correct. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell how compassionate that this woman is to do that. And each week, for the next 3 weeks, you're going to see her commercial of her playing. So I urge all of you to give her a call. She, believe me, ain't going to cost you nothing, not a dime. But that's in her heart. That's how she feels. I play trombone. I knew, because I'm a musician, I knew I can play it. I just had a feeling that I could play. Now, I tried the trumpet. You know what I mean? That is a very difficult instrument to play.
Yes, it is.
So I went to some girl's house, a friend of mine, and she had a flugelhorn on the wall. And I said, let me try. And I blew one note. I said, I can play this. I went out and spent, I didn't even tell you what I spent. I couldn't get 2 notes out of it. Now it's hanging on my wall as an ornament. It's a brand new flugelhorn. I just couldn't play it. But yet the trombone, don't ask me why. I just knew, what I was doing. Because like you play by ear. I play by ear. Yeah. And I tell you, first of all, you're a fun person. And what's so nice is that you're going to be eating with us Christmas Eve. I invited you for Christmas Eve.
Can't wait.
And my brother said, "Mike, I want to dance with my wife, because it's our anniversary. Would Susie play a song for us?" I said, "I'm sure. Would you play for him so he dances with his wife? Because is there a number that you can do?"
Absolutely.
Okay, Anthony, we're going to make sure that you're going to do that.
Have I told you lately that I love you?
Oh, she sings too. That's a pretty song. What a beautiful song. Anthony, do me a favor. Come over here for a second, young man. Just come over here for a second. I want you to come over here and get between us, your mom, because a lot of people, they're curious. Come on over here, young fella. Just kneel down right over here and get into the camera.
All right.
That's it. Now let's put our faces together. People think that we look like each other. Look at the barjol he's got. There's no way.
Look at that head.
Don't worry about my head. Look at, you know what? So let me ask you a question, Rosemary, we go. I know you, geez, all my life.
Yes, you do.
You're only a couple years older than me, because my father was a few years older when he married her, and you had 6 children.
Yes, I did. Wow. And I wouldn't trade all those years. And if I can go back and do it all over again, I would. I had the best years of my life.
Was it wonderful?
Wonderful. And I loved having my children.
Well,
I loved them. I loved them with all my heart and soul.
A lot of people don't know that you lost 4 children.
I lost 4 children.
Right. So you had a total of 6.
Yes. If it wasn't for the Lord Jesus Christ in my life, I would have never made it.
See, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm here for a purpose.
That's the key. And I want my audience to know, and I'm so proud to say this. I got the #1 show in Las Vegas. There's nobody that reaches more people. There's a lot of podcasts. They're all wonderful. They're nice. They don't reach the people that I reach. And that's the key. is volume. See, volume over justifies the gross. It always works that way. And that's the reason why I did this show, to bring people like Susie Trumps, people like Anthony's mom, and we had so many wonderful people. And the 20th of this month, I convinced my wife, because she's a great grandmother of 3 wonderful grandchildren, to come on to the show. And it's going to be myself, it's going to be my brother, and my lovely sister-in-law, okay, who's right now, she's baking pizzelles. She loves to bake. She's home right now as we speak, baking pizzelles. They're Italian cookies. And my wife. And we're going to do the whole half hour. It'll just be us talking about all different things. Rose, I got to ask you a question. And Susie, we got Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes and Pops and Cocoa Krispies. If you had one to choose, which one would you choose?
Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa Krispies? Why Cocoa Krispies?
They're my favorite.
Really?
I love chocolate, and I love the crispiness in the milk.
No kidding.
I love them. I used to eat them all the time, and I still do.
Do you know who's watching you right now? Mr. Bob Kellogg, because he watches my shows. You want to say anything to Bob Kellogg about this cereal?
Bob, it's the best cereal you ever made. My Cocoa Krispies.
How about you,
Frosted
Susie?
Flakes.
Frosted Flakes?
I feel like I'm going to have breakfast. I had breakfast yesterday for dinner, eggs. I feel like I want cereal with chop some bananas in there, raisins, and say, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah.
Well, in the camera, we got Mr. Rick Manning. Rick, I want to publicly thank you for the wonderful job you have done for me since I walked into the studio. 33, my 33rd show, Ed? 32nd show? You did a great job. I love it, the background scenery that you did, the Christmas feeling, the Christmas spirit. I'd like to thank my brother. My brother did a magnificent job. See, a lot of people don't Biondo Leonetti. My grandparents is the one that raised me, because my mom and dad, they got married those days. They split up, and so many years passed by, and many, many years went by, and that's when Anthony came into my life, and I never knew I had a brother, to be honest with you. I thought this guy was going to try to borrow money from me. But he eats with me every Sunday. They come to my house, and that's what the Italians do. That's family. And since we closed the restaurant, I have dinner every Sunday at my house, and the people that were my customers of my restaurant came to my home, and so many new people. That's why I am so protective of my audience. And where I'm going to play again, and I will play again somewhere, some hotel. I'll bring Mike Leonetti and the Magnificent Four. We'll be back someplace, but it's got to be the right place, because I don't want the problems I had with these other places. And once again, I want to thank you all for buying the show tickets for the concert, the opera concert, and I'm going to do it again. I promise you, I'm going to do this again at another venue, because it would have been fantastic. Susie, I'm going to look forward to seeing you for Christmas Eve.
Yes, can't wait.
Rosemary Biondo, when you go back, I want you to sit down with Susie Trumps, and she wants your Marigotti recipe, because she wants to learn how to cook.
Oh, that's very easy.
Is it easy?
They're very easy to make.
Sure. Anything you want to say to your family out there before we close? You want to say anything to your grandchildren?
I want to wish my family
Over
a
there.
very, very merry, happy, healthy Christmas. I also have 19 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
And I love you all. God bless you all.
Well, that's wonderful. Susie, anything you want to say because,
You're just awesome.
Of me?
You're just awesome.
No, I'm not so regular
God
guy.
first, you're second, baby.
Is that it?
That's
okay.
it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've been marvelous. I can't thank you enough for watching me every week. Thank you, because we send it out. We shoot on Friday, Saturday morning we send it out. Again, I'd like to thank my brother. I'd like to thank Rick Manning, his lovely wife, and the great studio that we're in. So I say this all the time. A friend of mine once said to me, he said, Mike, your heart has to be right to receive anything. And I looked at this man and I said, what are you talking about? He said, your heart has to be right to receive forgiveness, love, and understanding. And ladies and gentlemen, if your heart's not right, you can never receive those 3 beautiful gifts that God gives you. So I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the power, the knowledge, and the discernment, not to fall into a ditch. So I will see you next week. We got a whole new show, a whole new background scenery. I'm very excited. We got a lot of new people coming on. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys have been great. I'll see you all next week. Thanks again.
Are you looking to increase your business? Are you looking to take your business or organization to the next level? Well, look no further. The Michael Leonetti Variety Show has everything you need to become a great success. Contact us now to get all the information you need to take your business to the next level.